Woohoo! Awesome. Welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. We are doing some on-air coaching today with another one of our Rockstar Activate students. So this is something that I decided to do exclusively for our Activate students who are they're crushing it, and it's so cool to be a part of their journey. If you want to apply for our next round of Activate, just go to rachelandngom.com/activate. And today I have Michelle Finn with me. So Michelle, tell us a little bit about you and your business.
Sure. My name is Michelle. I have Jubilee of Wellness, and it is my own line of CBD and essential oils that I launched about almost 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago. And I did this after caring for my mother. She had leukemia and a bone marrow transplant, and I was just using everything I could come up with holistically to take care of her while she was going through her treatments. And being that I tend to do the holistic thing, I actually had people come up to me in the family. They're like, she's not going to do regular treatment, right? You're going to take care of this. I was like, oh, no. This is, it was leukemia. I was like, I don't have anything in my bag for leukemia. So what I was able to do, though, is just ease her discomfort and get her through those really hard times using essential oils. And then further down the road, I learned about CBD because once she became ill, I really dove into the scientific side of the oils. So instead of just being on a website saying, let's make a sugar scrub, I was going into which ones regenerate cells and which ones, fight off mold in a room, and, just really got deep into it. And from there, I just really found the scientific community, the essential oil community I was looking for. And with that became a lot of knowledge, a lot of my own research, a lot of my own trial and error. And then I learned about CBD. And so, of course, I had to try that because, honestly, in some of her toughest days, I called a cousin and had him make her some cannabis muffins because she was going to leave us. She was going to check out, and she wouldn't take her medicine, she wouldn't eat, she wouldn't drink, but she wanted to stay. So, knowing the medicinal side of herbs, I was like, this is the best one for appetite. It's the best one for pain relief. That's what she needs. So that's what we did. Got her through some really hard times. And so, it's been almost 4 years now since she was diagnosed, and she's still with us.
Hey.
Yes, she's doing great. We went to a festival weeks ago, and, I took her with the kids. She got to watch him ride the rides. And so it's like, not only did I get to see these oils work and these herbs work in her life, they really worked. She's still here. So eventually I launched my own line. I created a good relationship with a CBD company, and I'm in Southern Indiana. So right across the bridge from me, literally, is Louisville, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Well, Kentucky is all about some hemp, all about it.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes, because they were tobacco farmers.
Okay.
Now they're hemp farmers. And, now you can drive down the road sometimes and be like, what is that?
Wow. I had no idea. Okay. So you got your own essential oil line, CBD line. What's the number one thing you want out of our coaching today?
I am trying to figure out how to create a course where I can educate people on not only how to safely use and identify CBD, mm-hmm. but also how to incorporate essential oils kind of as like a step up, like leveling up, yes, this will help with inflammation, but did you know you can also use this essential oil to help with such and such, so tying that in, I was thinking about originally I was planning on doing a big master course, and I think I will eventually. But right now what people really want, they want instant answers of how to take CBD, how much to take, what kind they need, how to tell if theirs is fake or real, all the different things it can help with. And so what I'm thinking about doing is creating a membership.
Okay. Why would you want to do that over the course?
Well, because one of the big things that I need to do is move my CBD. Mm-hmm. I need it to become, a very common name brand to, keep that side afloat, and there's, in my area anyway, in Southern Indiana, being, again, right across from Louisville, Kentucky, have a ton of competition because there's CBD manufacturers, there's hemp farms, the market is a bit saturated around here. And I imagine that's starting to happen other places too. But unfortunately, quality does not quantity does not always mean quality.
Right.
So I want to be able to educate people on why, if they're buying CBD monthly, why they would be buying that from me instead of just buying my bottle, then buying someone else's bottle and someone else's bottle,
Right.
just trying to find the cheapest way to get it. So with a membership, I could have an auto ship box. Like automatically, my subscription ships out once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, have like an online membership where I get into the education. I can do Facebook Lives. I can have monthly Q&A calls, and the membership could be like an upsell from the subscription box. Or you
So
could get it out.
let me tell you my thoughts on that. With
Okay.
a membership like that, how much were you thinking about charging?
So the membership I was thinking about doing by itself for $17 a month, or like $7 a month with the auto ship box.
And so, knowing your financial goals, how many people would you need to have signed up to actually reach those?
A lot.
A lot. How much would you be able to charge for the course?
Well, it's so hard to say, because do I tie in? I think this is why I haven't moved into the next realm yet of action and making this happen, is because I can kind of tell you how to use CBD in just, a few minutes. And yes, there are so many layers to it. But it's like, I feel like since I'm selling a physical product, how do I then charge to learn how to use it?
I mean, people want to know, and people would be willing to pay for it, like, because you've done your market research and you know that. And so it's you being stuck in your own head of, why would people pay me for this? But they would.
Okay.
They would. You just need to, like, put yourself out there and actually do this.
I am trying. And I do
Yeah.
have, I feel like I'm getting like all my background lined up, like, all the groundwork. Like for a while there, I felt like there were so many moving pieces that I just wanted to close my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot keep up with all of this. I mean, because with this comes life, so I'm jumping on a call and then I'm running to an appointment, and then I'm jumping back on the call and I'm trying to write a blog, and I'm sure everyone else has that going on too. So just trying to get that core down. I feel like I finally have a majority of my groundwork down. I do need to still launch my blog. Like, I have a few old posts, but I can actually see that happening now. Whereas like before, I was like, I don't know who I'm talking, what am I doing? I feel like I can finally see my blog happening now. I did a Facebook Live yesterday, and I don't know if you saw it, but I have a bag of hemp, which looks just like pot. But it's just that, so I made just a really, just being myself, being my silly self, Facebook Live post about that bag of hemp yesterday. And I was like, wait a minute, I can be myself, I can be silly.
Yes, be you, and that's what's going to attract people to you. So I actually sent out a survey to my email list yesterday, and I've gotten over 200 responses from it so far. And I asked people, why do you like to follow me? And over again, you're relatable, you're a real person. Like, and that's the feedback that I get. And that's what people want. Like, they want you to just be yourself, and that's how they're going to be able to really connect with you. So if you pulling out a bag of hemp and doing your thing, like, that's you and that's what you do it.
Yeah.
So for the course, what I would do is launch the course, have that be standalone, like all encompassing everything you need to know about CBD. And then you could have two offers, one just the course, and then VIP or whatever you want to call it would include like a month or 3-month supply of your best quality CBD, or like a CBD VIP package or something like that. And then what you could do is upsell them to a membership site where you have your subscription box, and that includes like a monthly Facebook Live Q&A or teaching or something with you. But I wouldn't lead with that, just because you're going to be working really hard to get people in there, since your audience online is still really small, and it's going to be an uphill battle. You can charge more for the course or private time with you. So you could do the course with the oils, and then your VIP could be private time with you. which I know your time is limited because you're a very busy lady, but you can charge more for that.
Okay.
And people will pay to get to be able to spend time with the expert.
Okay.
And so that's what I would do.
Okay. And I know we don't all need certifications, but I really am taking an online course to get an online certification for CBD education and hemp and cannabis benefits starting
Yeah,
January.
you don't need to.
I know, but
you don't.
I can't. There's so many. Like I guess I work so closely with the chemists and the scientists that are creating these products.
Yeah.
That it makes me feel a little bit intimidated when I'm trying to share information, even though I know deep in my heart that there's no one else working that, no one else in my realm anyway, working that close with the chemists and scientists where I shoot them an email and I'm like, hey, what is the, code for blah, blah, blah. And they're like, and so it's like, I in my heart, I know that, but it's common to me. It's normal to me to have that connection. So it makes it hard to remember that that's not everybody.
Nobody has that. And that's what makes you that go-to expert in that field, and that's why people would pay to have private time with you.
Okay. So what, like if I, so for my course, as I'm trying to picture these different things, I was thinking about doing it as a, like opening, doing like one module about how to tell if your CBD is real.
Okay.
I was thinking about doing a module about, dosage, but with that, I have to be careful because I'm not a doctor. It's not FDA regulated. Someone can come back and say, I drank my whole bottle and had diarrhea and it's all your fault, like it's so, like trying to work in that realm of protecting myself.
You want to make sure you have the right disclaimers. I'm not a lawyer, so I would chat with Sam Vanderwielen in her Facebook group, Fearlessly Legal. She's been on our podcast before. She would be the right person to reach out to make sure everything that you're putting out there is legally legit, as she would say.
Okay, just find the correct words and the correct disclaimers to make sure that I can say this is my opinion. I'm not a doctor, obviously.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, it's like that in any business. Just like I can't tell you I'm going to make you a millionaire.
Right.
Like every business has its own limitations. So you just have to know what those are to keep yourself safe.
Okay. As far as modules go, so how many modules do you think are necessary and how long should they be?
As many as it takes to give your people the transformation that they desire. There's no specific, like so many modules, so many length and all of that. Know your ideal client. And I would just do a brain dump of and ask them, like, what do you want to learn about CBD, or what do you want to learn about inflammation and joint pain and all these things? And then based off of what they say, create just like a giant brain dump of all these things that you would include. And so it could be 4 modules, it could be 6 modules. I don't know. And length isn't necessarily better. Providing the transformation is what people want. And I know my people are busy. And so they really appreciate that my courses are like the modules are short and to the point. And I just I give them everything that they need, but there's no fluff. And so just because something's like an hour doesn't mean that it's better than something that's 5 to 10 minutes,
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's kind of part of what I was worried about, because I was like, each one of these things can be explained relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And as far as when it comes to the inflammation, I am going to pull in someone who can help with the, actually Jada and I were talking about pulling the, sharing and having them do a video on how to identify inflammation and what to do about it. So.
I love that. She could be a bonus within your course. And so you have a bonus of a chiropractor, and I think that's awesome.
And also I could, with it being the season, almost being holidays, DIYs. Like I have so many recipes for essential oils, for essential oil blends,
So I would keep the essential oil thing separate than the CBD. Those could be 2 separate courses that you do.
I was wondering about that, if I should just completely keep them separate.
I
Okay.
would, because someone looking at CBD is looking for like inflammation. I think it's different. And you could sell both courses bundled together if you want.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think a bonus could be like a CBD recipe book.
Ooh, that would be easy peasy, honestly. If I was more
Like,
talented, I would show you.
no, but one of the girls that was on the show Elevator Pitch with me, because I told you the episode after mine was all about CBD. So it was like five
Mm-hmm.
different CBD companies that were there. One of the ladies had this like high end CBD line, and she was making these organic CBD truffles and selling them for like $60 a box. And I just looked at the ingredients. I was like, I'll just make them myself. Like, I'm good. But like, imagine you could have recipes like that, and people, oh,
Mhm.
I want to make that.
I
Shoot.
could definitely do that. And honestly, I mean, if I wanted to, I did actually think about making like a DIY box also, where I sent the ingredients because, or at least the ones that they would need from me.
Okay,
Um,
so one thing at a time there, honey, because that's like a whole other project.
yeah.
So I don't want you, like, you have you're an entrepreneur, so you have like a million different ideas. I know. Let's focus on the course. Let's get this done, and then we can think about that later.
Okay.
Okay.
I do want to say one thing, another bonus that I think I might use, or I don't know if I should just put them on my website, but I have a cousin who's a chocolatier, and she's in Alabama, and her stuff is just amazing. And I sent her some CBD material, and she made me mint chocolate bars, and they're 50 milligrams of CBD each.
Amazing.
Oh,
That
sorry.
needs to go in the bonus. And
Yeah.
yeah, heck yeah.
Okay. Put some of those bars in the bonus.
Heck yeah. And so I would literally just do a brain dump of what are all the things people are asking about when it comes to CBD? What are the things they need to know? And make a whole list of everything that you want to include in the course. List out the modules of what you would put in each module and the bonuses, and then ask your ideal clients. So, and my mom's calling me. Hi, mom. Hi, mom. Sorry. Sorry, mom. And then I would run that by your ideal clients and just do a little market research of this is what I'm planning on including in this course that I'm coming out that's going to teach you everything CBD A to Z. Do you have any other questions, or do you think there's anything else that you would want to see in there? One, that's breadcrumbing and letting them know that something's coming, right? And that's getting them interested and excited. And two, it's helping them co-create that course with you. They're already invested. And so I did that when I launched the Impact Blogging Academy. They literally helped me come up with ideas of what they wanted to learn that I put in the course. And the same thing when I launched my ebook Keto-ish, like they helped me pick out the cover for it. Like like everything. My audience was 100% a part of creating it. So when it launched, they knew it was coming. And that's
Yeah,
why it crashed my website, because they were all like so excited. They knew exactly what was going to be in it. Yeah.
that's fantastic. So I've kind of got the majority of my Facebook group and my email list. Like I've got almost 300 people on my email list, or I
Oh,
have like 100 in there, and then I have some more I have to type in from the event a couple of weeks ago. But they're mostly local, and it's like darn it, I want to get out there. I don't just want the
so
local.
are you doing the challenge and activate this week?
I am. I've contacted 3 today. I don't know if
Okay, so 5 a day. So 5 on Monday, 5 on Tuesday, or you're going to have to double up tomorrow and Thursday so you can reach. So if you're listening or watching our challenges, 25 podcast pitches this week. And that's what's going to help you build that email list. So make sure you have a killer freebie when you're on those podcasts.
okay.
And that's going to help you build your email list super fast.
So does the freebie have its own URL?
I would buy a URL for it just to keep things really simple. So you can go to pinwithrachel.com to get my free Pinterest cheat sheet. And that's so much easier than saying go to rachelandgom.com/cheat-sheet.
Okay, awesome. And once I have that, so that's a landing page, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, all these are the sales
You're
page. Landing.
learning so fast. Look at you.
I'm loving it. Active campaign. I was in there today, and I was like, "There's so many buttons, but I think I kind of know what they're doing."
Yeah.
And in all fairness, I did hire Lanice
Good.
to me with all of the copywriting and just getting it all set up. Like,
Yeah.
as you know, I'm busy. I'm a
You're
caregiver.
busy and it's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot for sure.
So I hired out, and
Good.
I also hired Ashley to help me with my website, make it more Rachel friendly.
Hey.
What is the guy,
Building a story brand.
building story brand? Yes, I
Yep.
was like, I need my funnel to work like that.
Yep. That's why, I mean, Ashley's so good. She's like read that book, I think 5 times. So as a WordPress designer, like she knows what's up.
Yes.
And we're
So
talking about Ashley Kaplan, you guys, ashleykaplan.com. She did our websites and you need her.
yes, yes. So between Ashley and Lenise, like I'm getting that groundwork done. I couldn't do it without them. Like I just at the time I don't have I who does have the time, but it was taking me way too long. I was
For
like, you know
sure. Yeah.
what?
I mean, that's not your zone of genius. So outsource it
No.
for sure. Okay. So we got game plan for the course. What else do you need?
Okay. Um, so the podcast will be a good way to get the emails from the other ones, or
Heck yeah. And creating content every week.
yes.
So you want to make sure that you're doing that.
Okay, I think sales pages.
Yep.
That is something that's done in lead pages.
Lead
And
pages or ClickFunnels, whichever one you have.
okay, yes, I do. I have lead pages.
Yeah, you could do it there.
Okay, so tying that into Teachable, I'm using Teachable.
Okay.
And so my lead page will have a link for Teachable. Does that sound right?
So it'll have the payment for it. So they'll submit their payment and they'll take them to a thank you page. And your lead page will be hooked up with ActiveCampaign. And so you can attach the tag that they purchased. And in that first email that you send them, it could send them the link to Teachable.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Okay.
But we don't use Teachable, we use Kajabi, but I mean, anything's fine. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I looked at Kajabi. I thought about Kajabi and I was like,
no, it's fine. I've heard good things about Teachable too, so it's all good.
Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. As far as filling out, as far as printouts, do you have like within the course, do you have like a minimum amount of printouts that you try to do?
Like I said, there's no minimum. Like with anything, it's just what's going to help them with that transformation. And so when you go through any of my courses, I have printouts for people to have, just because I know I'm a visual person and I've gotten questions about people. So like as you have more students go through the course, you'll be able to make changes and tweaks and make it better. So like my first round of Pin with Purpose, I learned so much. And as I was working with more students, they wanted like step of like the entire process. So that's when I started using Process Street and created like the blog checklist and the pin checklist and everything to include within the course. And so it's not going to be perfect the first time you launch it, and don't worry about that. You'll make it better as you go, and it's all good. But yeah, create like if a cheat sheet goes with that module and you think it would be helpful with their learning, include it. I don't have a cheat sheet with every single module because it might not be relevant for that specific thing. Don't overthink it.
Okay. Okay. I think last question is, right now I'm doing webinars. Like I have one tonight.
Yay!
And I have another one. Tonight's the one at 7:00, and you can find it on my Facebook group, Holistic Healing with Jubilee of Wellness. And then I also am doing one Thursday at 11 a.m. Cool. So I will say I did one last week, my first one. I couldn't figure out how to log in, so it was 5 minutes.
That's fine.
So, oh my gosh, but it was my first one. There was still,
all good.
Yeah, it was fine. But once I got on there, like it was easy peasy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can do this part. This is not so bad.
No, it's just teaching, and you're an expert at that.
Well, thank you. I do. I love it. Like I truly.
Yeah.
And so I am doing one tonight, and I'm doing one tomorrow. And then, but I don't have my course ready yet. And I don't even have like the first module. I don't have my landing page, my sales page, my thank you page, like any of that. So can I just keep teaching webinars occasionally until I start getting more people on, till
I have something to offer. So maybe it's like private training with you. Okay. And so then they can just pay you through PayPal, or you could get them on a private strategy call and sell them on that, depending on what the price point is. But you don't want to just do a webinar and say, okay, see you later. Cause like they learned something and they're going to want to learn more and they're going to go somewhere else to actually get that info. And it might not be the best info. Like you want to offer them something right there.
I do have my subscription box on set up within my website.
Yeah.
Should I maybe offer a free 20-minute coaching call with the purchase of my subscription box to hold them over?
Yeah.
Does that sound
Yeah.
possible? Okay.
Yeah. And then on that 20-minute call, you could always, I mean, that's great market research, first of all. And then if they need more coaching with you could always offer that too.
Okay. Okay. Got it. And like starting out, what do people charge for a 20-minute call or a 30-minute call or
I mean, if you're going to offer it for free with the subscription box, like it would be a discovery call kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
with a free discovery call.
Yep. So I did a lot of those in the beginning with my mini course, Creating Killer Content. And it was great market research, but we hit a point where we were selling so many, I just didn't have time to do so many discovery calls. So we had to get rid of that. And we're hiring a salesperson now, so we could totally bring that back in. Hey, so it won't all be on me. Yay. So, I mean, that's something you could totally include with it as a bonus.
Okay. Gotcha. I think that.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be there forever. So like that could be something that it's like a limited time bonus. Take it while it's here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. And that sounds like a good intro into waiting for me to build the course. Because I mean, it's moving, it's moving.
You don't need to build the whole course though. Just have one module done. And when you do that next webinar, tell them what to expect.
Okay.
Like I want you to have that done by the end of next week where your first module is completely done. You have the outline and all of that. So when you do your next webinar, boom, you can do it. Don't overthink it. Messy action, Bill.
Working on it.
Woo-hoo!
It really is. I've been at this like changing from the very beginning. All I had was a really lame website. I'm not sure to call it lame. It was what I knew about at the time, but I couldn't do anything with it. And since then I moved to WordPress. I did a branding shoot, I don't know, it just keeps growing. And now I'm just ready to get out there.
Yeah, you've up-leveled so much in just a few months. So it's really cool to see.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, where can people connect with you?
My Facebook page is Jubilee of Wellness. That is also my Instagram and Pinterest. I'm starting to move into the recipes on Pinterest, kind of working on that. And I also have a Facebook group, which is Holistic Healing Ourselves Holistically. Sorry, I just launched this like maybe 2 weeks ago. And you can find that on my Jubilee of Wellness Facebook page. And honestly, you should go check out the live I just did yesterday. It is cracking people up because I have a bag of hemp and you know what it looks like, but it's just hemp. But I also go into how I used it to talk to my kids about, usage. So, and what's coming up, because I have 2 teenagers and a little one. So the 2 teenagers, I used that bag of hemp to be like, hey, this is legal and this won't cause brain damage. It actually turns out for teenagers, alcohol and marijuana affect their brain differently than it does adults. So
yeah,
more information on that on my Facebook page.
Cool. Well, it's been awesome having you a part of Activate, and I can't wait until your course launches and all this good stuff. So you're a rock star. Thanks for being on our On Air Coaching.
Thank you. All right, take care. Thanks, everybody.